Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be how I make my banana bread. And let me tell you, I have tried every video I can find on YouTube on how to make banana bread and it did not come out right. And I followed the recipe to a T. I don't know what went wrong, but I did Spanish cook's recipe, I did English people's cook's recipe. I tried so many and it would never come out right. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never gonna know how to make banana bread. So I was telling my friend, who is my daughter's mother-in-law actually, about the problem. And she said, here, I know how to make a good banana bread. I'm gonna pass my recipe to you. Watch it come out good. Ever since I made this recipe, it comes out perfect. So, and I need to put it in my phone or store it somewhere because she wrote it on this piece of paper. And I've almost lost this paper, and I'm sure she could write it for me again and give it to me again, but I just need to store it somewhere. And I'm thinking I'm gonna store it in my notes in my phone and probably somewhere else, or take a picture of this recipe in case I lose this piece of paper. I keep it in my kitchen drawer, so whenever I make it, I just pop it out. But this is what she wrote. This is the original recipe here, and I'll put all of this in the description bar below. So let's do it. So the first thing I recommend people having is some type of spray instead of using oil and then having to spread out some flour. It's just extra work when you can just get any type of spray. It could be any brand you like. Just as I kind of like this butter flavored one, but it can be a regular one and it can be any brand. Just a baking, cooking type of spray for your pans. And the pans I'm going to be using, this is one of them. This recipe makes 2 loaves. So I'm going to use this one. This one is really old, but it's nice and clean, even though it looks stained. I've had it for many, many, many years. So I'm going to use these 2 loaves, and I'm going to spray them with the spray. So I'm going to be all the edges, go over it twice. There's one. I'm going to do this one. I don't know how many type of sprays, if there's a healthier one or a different flavored one. This is one I get because I like the buttered flavor. But like I said, you can use any brand, any flavor, as long as it is a spray. So, and it just makes the bread come out easier. It doesn't stick to the pan. It's just much better. So, the recipe, of course, you're gonna set your oven for 350. So I'm gonna do that right now. I don't know if you can see me. But I'm going to put bake, there's 350, start, so it's preheating, making sure there's nothing in the oven. And I already sprayed my pans, and then I'm going to use this. You can use any yellow cake mix, as long as it says moist. So this says deluxe moist. It's the great value. It's only like 88 cents at Walmart. But you can use Duncan Hines, you could use any brand, as long as it's a yellow cake mix and it has the word moist, because it just helps it. So I'm going to get my bowl, which I should have got from the beginning. I prepared everything, I thought. So I'm going to just use this metal bowl. I'm going to open the cake mix box. And I should show you all the ingredients actually. So this is a cake mix that you're going to use, yellow, make sure it's moist. Then you're going to get a large box of banana cream pudding. So it's the Jello banana cream, the large box. Then you're going to use 4 eggs, the whole yolk, whites, everything. You're going to smash 2 bananas. Make sure they're ripe bananas. They're not green. They're not, you have to wait for them to ripe. Make sure they're ripe bananas. So you're going to use 2 ripe bananas. You're going to use half a cup of oil, half a cup of water, and that's it. So moving on to the cake mix. So you're going to pour it in. I don't know if you can see this. Maybe I could lower it a little bit. There you go. So you might not see all of me, but at least you'll see what I'm doing. So I'm pouring all of this in the bowl. Then I'm going to open my banana cream pudding. Just pour that a little bit. Pour that into the bowl. Put it in here. Then you're going to put the half a cup of oil, half a cup of water, And you're gonna put your eggs. Make sure you don't get any shells in it. I've had that happen to me before. So I kind of put it on my hand to make sure the shells don't go into the cake mix. That's 2. That's 3. I don't know if you can see that. 4. That way I know I didn't get any shells into the mix. Then you're going to smash up your bananas, your 2 ripe bananas. I'm going to use this bowl to do it. So just a bowl like that. I wouldn't use a plastic bowl because it can slip from under you. It can make it harder to smash. So I just peel them. So they're like that right now. And then I'm going to get the potatoes, mashed potato smasher. One of these and smash away. Now these bananas, they're ripe, but there's some that I like when they get even more riper, where it's a lot more brown. Not rotten, of course, but they can get a little bit more browner, so it makes it easier to smash. But this will work because they are ripe. So if you don't have any ripe bananas, just buy regular bananas and just allow them to ripe. Save 2, at least 2 for your recipe. Even if you like regular bananas with some green on it. I don't like the green on it. I could taste it. Whether it's in my smoothie, whether it's in any type of dessert, I do not like the green. Every blue moon, I'll buy some with the green on it if I can't find any ripe bananas, because I'm constantly using them because we make healthy smoothies. So I don't have to buy the with the green on it and then wait and wait and wait. So unless they don't have any other else, I'll buy like a bunch and just let them ripe. But I try not to run out of my ripe ones because, like I'm saying, we're making smoothies, healthy smoothies every day, and for the smoothies they have to be right as well. So I usually go to our Rayleigh's here. They'll do like when their bananas are getting right and they need to sell them soon, they'll put them in bags like this, and they'll put it in a shopping cart, and they'll have like 6 to 10 bags or so for people to buy, and they reduce them down to a lesser price. So here it's like 49 cents a pound, where normally a regular bunch of bananas is 79 cents a pound. So I try to go into Rayleigh's and stack up. I try not to bring more than 4 bags because, you know, they could get too ripe and they could get wasted. So, but at least 3 to 4 bags, because we're doing smoothies every day and stuff like that, it won't go bad. So if you're not using bananas often, then it's not convenient to buy them like that. Just buy a regular bunch with some green on it, and then by the time you're ready to use them, they should be perfect. But like I said, because we're constantly doing smoothies every day, and I make this banana bread often because my husband likes it to take it to work. If it's on the weekend, we like it with I'll do my hot cup of cappuccino powder with it, or just an after dinner snack. So it's more convenient for us here to have ripe bananas, constant. So like I said, this is what the banana looked like. So it's pretty ripe, but it could get a little bit more browner, and it just makes it easier to smash. But I smashed it. It worked. This worked really good. So it's up to you what you do for your household. But yeah, for the recipe, they must be at least like this. At least. So, no green. So I'm just smashing away. So it's looking like that. Kind of like a pudding. So I just try to smash it as long as I know it's a good consistency where there's no lumps anywhere. So I think I'm pretty good. So that's what it looks like, and that's 2 bananas. So I'm going to pour it into my bowl with everything else. And grab as much as you can out of it. And unfortunately, I have 2 mixers, but when we moved, somehow for one mixer the prongs were missing, and for the other one the prongs that I have are not for that one, so I can't use it. So I'm been needing to go buy me a new mixer. So in the meantime, I have to do it by hand, which is not good because I have shoulder problems. But I just take my time while the oven is preheating. Just take my time and just stir away. So the mix is like that. And just stir, stir, stir. They say you're supposed to stir like 2 minutes. So I'll probably do 1 minute one way and 1 minute rotating the other way. And you just want to make sure everything is mixed in evenly. Let me see if I can bring this down a little bit. There you go. So you just want to, you know how to stir. I don't even know why I have to show you. Just make sure you grab everything. Everything is mixed in. There's no powder, anything on the bottom of it. So it makes it easier for me so I can rotate the bowl instead of using the force of my hand, but it's still hard. It hurts. So you just heard my oven beep. I don't know if you heard it, but it's ready. So whenever I'm ready, it's a minute one way, probably a little bit more. I'm gonna use my other hand. This is not good for my shoulders. So I'm stirring and making sure I'm grabbing all of the mix. If I see any white or yellow powder, I add it into the mix. And I swirl it around different ways, and I like do some like cuts into it to make sure I got everything. You saw that I had to switch from the left arm quicker than the right arm, because the left arm is the one I have the most pain and problem in, but the right hand has the same problem. So you kind of just pat it down to make sure there's no lumps. Whew, it hurts. I definitely need to get a mixer. So that's 2. It's nice and even. See that? Nice and consistent, nice and even. So just 2 minutes if you're doing it by hand. What I do is I'll do 1 way, 1 minute one way, 1 minute the other way. You could do another minute or 2 if you like. But I definitely recommend the mixer. That is super hard. So now I'm gonna fill each of my pans up. And you wanna have it enough because it makes 2 loaves. You don't want to put it all in one. So you kind of want to make sure you give it an even amount on each of the pans. So I'll start out with 1, and I kind of, because I've been doing it so much, I kind of know when to stop in 1 pan, and then I kind of just move it side to side just to make sure it's nice and even. And then, so I'll put a little bit, it's less than half on each pan. So then I start giving some to the other pan, making sure it's less than half of the pan. So I go back. I make like lines in it just to even it out from side to side of the pan. So the pan looks like this. That's how much it's in there. You can't see this one because it's not clear, but it's less than that one. So it tells me I got to put a little bit more, and there's extra in there. So got to put a little bit more in this one. I think I'm actually going to put the rest in that one to make both pans even. try to scrub off as much as I can, not waste anything. Okay, so again, side to side, just to make sure it's even. So it's kind of just what I'm doing like this. So, wash my hands. Wash your hands before you do any cooking. And I did. So, I'll wipe off. There were some here on the bottom. So, if you get anything on the edge, you just want to wipe it off. You don't want it to fall in the oven and it burn. So this is how much is in this one. That was a pretty right amount for that one. I had to add the rest of the, I don't know if you can see it, the rest of it in here. See, it's moving because of the spray. So I just move it back, make sure it's nice and even. So then I put it in the oven. And I just put them side to side in the oven. Usually you want one pan in the oven and you want it this way. I just put these side to side so it kind of creates one pan so it cooks even, bakes evenly. So let me show you if I can show you that. So that's what it looks like in the oven. They're right side to side, center and back. So you got it right in the middle. So that's what it looks like. So we got it on 350 and we're gonna set the timer. It's 40 to 45 minutes. I learned that it actually takes the 45 minutes. So I'm gonna set timer, bring it to 45 minutes. But every oven is different. So since the recipe says, and then I'll push start, so it starts the timer. Every oven is different. So because it says between 40 and 45, start with the 40 until you find out how your oven, how it works for you. So if 40 minutes is enough for your banana bread, great. 42, 43, maximum 45. Just figure out which amount of time works best for your oven, and then you'll know from there on out when you make it. So we got it set for 45 minutes, so I'm going to come back when it's done. Okay, my oven is beeping, so I'm going to turn the oven off and see if they are ready. So these are the two loaves. It came out, it looks really good, but now we're gonna take a fork and we're gonna put it in the middle to make sure it's cooked all the way. If you fork, or you could do a toothpick as well, if you put it in the middle and it comes out clean, it means it's done. So see, 45 minutes works for my oven. But again, it's anywhere between 40 and 45 minutes. So if you're making it for the first time, I would start with the 40 minutes, check it. If it's not ready, you put your fork in. Doesn't come out clean or with crumbs on it. Then you need to put it in, and you could do 2-minute intervals. So you do like 42, and if that doesn't work, then I would go ahead and go to 45, but maximum 45. So I'm sticking it in the sides, and you can see in the center is the most important, that it's coming out clean. Doing it on both of them. So now it's going to be the taste test. So I just put a piece on the plate. This is the end piece. You can see the smoke, or the steam, I should say, coming out. So I'm going to try it. I normally don't try it this hot. I let it cool down for a little bit and then try it. But for the video, I'm going to try it. It's really good. It's nice and moist. It's really good. I would recommend it, trying it when it's just right out the oven. Put it on top of your stove or on top of a wood cutting board or what have you. Let it cool down for at least 10 to 15 minutes. And then you can eat it with a glass of milk or whatever you want to eat it with. But it's really good. It's a perfect banana bread. Thank God for my friend for her recipe. Love it. Banana's my favorite. So thank you, Sherry, for the recipe. And try it out. I'll put all of the recipe in the description bar. All of the ingredients. All of the steps that you take to make it. Try it out and let me know in the comment section if you liked it and how it came out for you. So that's my banana bread. So if you like this banana bread recipe, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends or family. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get heads up on all the videos that I upload. So I just wanted to come back on here and say that. So enjoy.